Alright, big video. This is how you can get your first 5 jobs on Upwork. Why 5? I don't know. I just came up with a random number. Okay, so before we get into it, I want to note that there's so many factors that go into this. And I'm just going to say this up front. This isn't everything. Like, honestly, I'm working on this part in my course and literally I'm talking for hours. Like, this part alone, this section alone, is hours of content, and I can't go over everything in just one YouTube video. So for this video, I'm gonna kind of try and condense it as much as possible and shorten it to just like a couple of the main key points, and just give you a good way to kind of approach things and get your first couple of jobs. All right, so when I was starting out on Upwork, like I applied to as much jobs as I possibly could, because back then the most expensive job was like 8 connects. So I was just applying to a bunch of jobs. But like I didn't care. If I saw the words social media in the job description, I just applied to it. So I was applying to like 20 jobs a day. But now it's a lot more different because it's a lot more expensive. So you have to be, I guess, more careful with the type of jobs that you're applying to. So if you can find them on Upwork, and you probably can, I would actually recommend that you look for these like consulting or strategist type of jobs. Now for me, I started with no experience in social media or graphic design or anything like that, but there's a lot of people out there that actually have, skill sets and are good at something. And there's actually a lot more consulting jobs on Upwork than you might think. Just someone looking for like a strategy, a guideline, certain directions, whatever. Like I see so many social media jobs on Upwork where they already have someone who can create content, run their ads, whatever, but they're looking for a strategist, just someone to provide some sort of strategy for them, some sort of guideline. So I guess that's one quick idea for you. Very underrated job. You're not going to get paid as much, but definitely an option. Okay, so I found that the best ways to get hired on Upwork is to first tackle all the reasons why you aren't getting hired on Upwork. The first step into solving any issue is to first acknowledge that the issue exists and understand what the issue is. So what I'm going to do is kind of just give you a couple of the reasons why you aren't getting hired on Upwork. Grammatical errors. Okay, so I have a lot of people messaging me privately saying that they want to be my video editor, thumbnail designer, SEO specialist, whatever. Even though I mentioned in like 2 videos ago that I wasn't looking for a video editor. Actually, I'm getting like more messages about, or people messaging me saying that they want to be my video editor after I released a video saying I'm not looking for a video editor. But anyways, all these people messaging me, and I kind of skim over them a bit, and I don't want to call anybody out, especially people who watch my videos. Like, I'm doing this just to show people like why they aren't getting hired. One, I'm not looking for a video editor. But even if I was, a lot of you guys are sending me emails, DMs, whatever, and you have spelling mistakes, grammatical errors, like improper indenting. Like, I'm reading through your sentences and I'm like, this sentence doesn't even make sense. Like, it's not worded properly. This word is spelt wrong. This word is spelt wrong. Like, the I is lowercase. Some of you guys are using like the letter U instead of just typing YOU. You just use like the letter U. And all of that is just an instant turnoff. Like, instantly, I just don't even consider it. I had one of you guys literally send me a message. I'm not going to put screenshots or anything because I don't want to call anybody out. But I had one of you guys send me a message, a proposal, I guess, saying that you wanted to be my video editor. And in the title of the email, you put like, let me be your video editor. And you spelled editor wrong. Like, you spelled it ETITOR, editor. Why would I hire someone to, edit my videos, write my captions, whatever, when you can't even put in the effort to make sure that your proposal doesn't have any spelling mistakes? Now, let's say English isn't your first language. That's completely fine. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about having spelling errors and grammatical mistakes. You can take your cover letter, write it out, and copy and paste it in a spell checker. Or like, you could put it in Microsoft Word or Google Docs or whatever, and it'll show you, like, it'll underline, like, there's a grammatical error here, this word is spelt wrong, whatever. Like, that's not you not having English as your first language. That's just you showing a lack of effort. And this is me, like a YouTube channel that doesn't even make any money. Imagine you're applying to a job, to a business or a company or whatever, making hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you say, hey, let me be a representative for your company, and you have spelling mistakes in your cover letter. So that's number one, clean up your proposals. Okay, and number two, you need to understand that every client is unique. Another example of one of the messages that I got from you guys, and this is how I know that people like this exist, is because I'm literally getting these messages myself. This was an email that I got from one of you guys 2 days ago. Title, your buddy with a great deal. Hey Thomas, an important note for you. I don't know why important note and you is capitalized. Hello Thomas. You said hey Thomas and then hello Thomas right after it. I have seen your gameplay, and I can say one thing, that your content was great and amazing, blah, 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 blah. I can assure you high engagement. I will make entertaining shorts for your gameplays. Your growth is my responsibility. Everything is going to be in budget for you, far from writing you a cold email. I can say, comma, capital G, grab this deal, bro. I don't know why they're spelling, you capitalized grab. Like, I don't know why these random words are capitalized. You didn't put a space after the comma. I am not a video game channel. Like, I don't upload gameplays. I've never uploaded a gameplay ever. You said my content was great and amazing, and I appreciate that. But it's clear that you never watched any of my content, because if you did, you would know that I'm not a video game channel and that I never uploaded a video game short or gameplay ever. So, like, I'm sorry for calling you out. Please make sure that I'm not doing this with any ill intent. I crossed out your name. I just wanted to show you what you're doing wrong. Like, what I'm going to assume is that this is just some sort of like copy and paste template that you're just posting and sending out to a bunch of people, gaming channels, I'm assuming. You came across one of my videos where I said that, I was addicted to video games at one point. You saw the comments. Maybe you saw a comment where it says like, oh, I'm also addicted to video games. And then you just assumed that I was a video game channel, and then you emailed me this. A couple things. One, I'm not a video game channel. Two, even if I was, you need to make sure that every proposal, every cover letter that you send is unique to the client that you're reaching out to, because every client is unique. So you have to be different. Like, and I'm telling you, clients can tell. Clients can tell that your proposals, your cover letters are copy and paste templates. Like, I'm not saying it's going to be as obvious as this, but trust me, like, they can tell. You have to be unique. You have to provide value. You have to show the client that your proposal letter has some sort of effort put into it. And you have to just make sure to show the client how confident you are in your skills. Again, just don't give the client any reason to say no from the very beginning. Like, having spelling mistakes and things like that, that's just an instant no turn off. Like, I'm not even going to read the rest of the cover letter. Like, the person who sent me that video game message, they also attached like a PDF of their portfolio. You think I took a look at that portfolio? No. Like, same with the person who, misspelled video editor. Like, I didn't even read through the rest of your message. So don't give the client a reason to say no. Give them a reason to hire you. Again, I'm not looking for a video editor, but let's say I was. You're not the only one sending me messages to be my video editor. Why should I hire you? You're not the only one applying to these jobs on Upwork. Everyone is offering what you're offering. Saying the same exact things as you. What are you doing to make yourself stand out from these people? Like, put yourself in the client's shoes. Like, ask yourself, okay, let's assume I'm the client. Let's assume that I'm getting tons of the same messages every single day from all these people applying to my job. And then I came across my proposal. Why would I hire me? All right, and the final point that I'm gonna go over in this video is the importance of consistency. All right, so I got a comment on one of my videos. Again, another personal example, but a comment saying like, Thomas, I applied to like 30 jobs on Upwork in the past week, and I still haven't gotten a response. I still haven't gotten a reply or a job. I still haven't gotten hired. 30 jobs? Like, 30 jobs is 3 days of outreach. Minimum. Like, absolute bare minimum 3 days. You're gonna quit, or like you're thinking of quitting because you didn't get results in 3 days into your Upwork career. Oh, I tried for 3 days, sent 30 proposals, doesn't work. Upwork is a scam, it's oversaturated. I hear this a lot too. Upwork is so oversaturated, there's too many people on Upwork. Yes, it's true, but there's a lot of people on Upwork, but 90% of the people on Upwork are like the examples that I just shared in this video. Like, they show no effort in their proposals. They have spelling mistakes in their cover letters. Their cover letters aren't unique in any way. And then they quit after a month. They're not consistent. I'm telling you, like, it's actually a lot easier than you might think. Like, it's pretty easy. Or it's not easy. I take that back. It's not easy. It takes a lot of work, but it's simple. So it's simple, but it's not easy. There's a difference between simple and easy. It's actually very simple. All you have to do is just identify the reasons why you aren't getting hired. Put in a little effort and just be consistent. Now, if you notice in this video, I pretty much only talk about the cover letter and the proposals because I believe like this is the most important part. But there's so much that I didn't touch on. This is just the basics, like the absolute basics. But I just can't go over everything in one video again because I'd be talking for hours, days probably. But yeah, that's why I'm working on my own course, and I'll talk about everything in there. Trust me. But yeah, don't give up. And it's okay if you send a proposal and you don't get hired. Like 50% of jobs. This is just a random statistic. But I think like 50% of jobs on Upwork are like ghost jobs. Like they'll put up a job and then they'll forget about it or they won't hire anybody from that job. Like nothing you could do about that. That's not your fault. But quitting, like that is your fault. Remember that you're building here. You're not looking for a once in a lifetime quick change or a quick opportunity. Your Upwork profile, your Upwork career, this is something that you have to build, and building takes time. So understand that as long as you're consistent, everything is experience, everything is an opportunity to learn and grow. Everything you do puts you one step closer to getting those first 5 jobs on Upwork.